What's up? Golden Course to our Gold Star. Back at it again. Because we detach from every sin. But at the same time, we cleanse every day, all day. Yeah, but how you doing? Doing good, man. Doing great. Yeah, before I got rudely interrupted by my niece, but I still love her and stuff like that. It's all good. She was it's divine because what I was speaking of love the last time and stuff like that. I don't want to go too deep to the point that I'm casting pearls swine, but at the same time it need to the information need to get out and stuff. Because the more the information get out, just me talking even off off the video and stuff like that, the more the actual earth upgrade, because we as individual souls on the earth still we actually promote the upgrades of the actual planet by our voice, by we spitting and stuff like that and creating with the words, because that's how the words become the world, based on invoking them, and they actually come into existence based on our thoughts. Which come from the fluid, which is the water, then the actual soul, which is the fire that actually spit out our mouth, stuff like that. It actually with the breath that combinates with that, it actually how the fire, earth, air, and water, they all combine, they create this physical matter, this world of which we in, this whirlwind, and this world of this wave of which we traveling. And that's the reason why communication is key and stuff like that. That's why I said in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, because the word that was with God and stuff like that is the actual truth, and the truth, or the actual word, or the sun that's in the sky and stuff like that, that manifests on earth as it is in heaven and stuff like that, is actually the same one from the beginning. That's why everybody that's on the planet and stuff like that is the actual souls and stuff like that, and the spirits that was here past lifetimes and stuff like that, but at the same time this time for judgment. And that's why a whole lot of people catching judgment, because really most people won't thinking that everything gonna go back normal and stuff like that. No, because this is the end. Majority of our people sold out. Majority of our people bug dance stuff like that, and actually prolong and pushed all of their problems stuff like that on the youth, and want the youth to actually fix the problems that the elders and the older people and stuff like that put on them, which they had to go, or the actual gateway, in order to rise the vibration up on the planet, but at the same time they didn't want to. And that's the reason why the ones that was born in the actual 40s, 50s, and 60s and stuff like that was supposed to raise up their children and stuff like that, in order to be these godly children, in order for them to produce the actual the 144,000 and stuff like that was going to go into the kingdom. But at the same time, majority of the elders and stuff like that then wants the actual youth to actually worship them. Didn't want the youth, or wanted the youth to actually worship them and bow down to them and stuff like that, because they already knew the young was the elders was going to have to serve the young and stuff like that, and they didn't want that, so they actually stagnated the youth, and pushed all of their problems on the youth stuff like that, to make they actually the actual younger generation and stuff that even worse, to get out of their problems. They pushed all their demons off on the younger generation and stuff like that. And that's the reason why all of these children stuff that is actually worse within that. But at the same time, the putrefaction or the ashes and stuff like that is actually creating things new. That's the reason why the youth stuff that actually went through the fire of this actual world in which we lived in, and stuff like that, and went through that, and actually got knowledge of self, the strongest of them all, because we went through all of that hell dash and all of the temptation. We went through as much hell as some of the people that was through slavery, through segregation, and through all the other stuff that. But at the same time, we the products of that. So all of the turmoil and stuff that actually our parents felt and stuff like that, we actually like suffering from it. You know, through mental psychology, mental breakdowns, mental things and stuff like that that actually like made us even further or deeper in the whole like of our mindset. But at the same time, by us stuff like that, going through that and getting knowledge of self, stuff like that, and raising up, because like even in the Circle 7 Quran and stuff like that, it said like you cannot. Let me read it. You can those that go the deepest of the depths will go to the highest the highest of the heights. Let me find it real quick. You know. Wait a minute, it's in here somewhere, man. You see this unrehearsed, yeah, there we go. You'll say this chapter 13. Life and works of Jesus in Egypt amongst the Gentiles. And it say, wait a minute, like I'm going to key 11. It say the hero fact acclaimed, Rabboni of the Rabbinate, why come you here? Your wisdom is the wisdom of gods. Why seek for wisdom in the halls of man? And Jesus said, in every way of life I will walk, in every hall of learning I will sit. The heights that any man has gained, these I will gain. What any man has suffered I will meet, that I may know the griefs, the disappointments, and the sore temptations of my brother man, that I may know just how to succor those that's in need, to help those that's in need. I pray you, brothers, let me go into your dismal crypts, and I will pass the hardest of your test. The master said, take then the vow of the secret brotherhood. And Jesus took the vow of the secret brotherhood. Again, the master spoke. He said, the highest heights are gained by those who reach the greatest depths. And you shall reach the greatest depths. You see, the highest of heights are gained by those who wish the depths of depth. So since like our people and stuff like that have reached the depths of the depths, stuff like that, we can actually like go to the highest of heights. That's why all this stuff was planned, stuff like that about our fall. About our fall that we get given. That's the reason why like the Most High and stuff like that let like the other nations and stuff like that rock in the kingdom, and stuff like that, in the governments and everything like that, like on the planet. For as long as they could and stuff like that until their time was up. So when we came out of the ashes, so like that will be greater than what we was before we fell, because we reached the lowest of the low. Because since like God was so high and stuff like that on the pinnacle and stuff like that, in order to reach even higher than that, you have to fall fall to the lowest of the low in order to get the strength of that and stuff like that to pick yourself up in order to go even higher. That's why I said like if you haven't suffered and actually like went through different battles and temptation and things within your life, stuff like that, you cannot actually like gain the highs of the highs and stuff like that, because like you actually wouldn't know you wouldn't know how to actually adjust or even appreciate the actual highest of the high, and know how to keep attaining that that power or that seat or that throne or that level and stuff like that, because you haven't went through the stages of the levels of growth. Because everything go through stages and levels of growth. If you just at the pinnacle of the top and you haven't reached the lowest of the low, you will actually, when you fall and stuff like that, you will never, you never went through that lowest point and stuff like that, so you will actually like stay stuck there even longer. That's why a whole lot of people and stuff like that actually like went like through these wealthy lifestyles and stuff like that, and never went through suffering, never went through tribulations, never went through scraping together 2 pennies to make a dollar and stuff like that. These are the people like when they actually like go bankrupt and stuff like that, they kill themselves because they don't know how to survive at their lowest of the low. So like when we at the lowest of the low and stuff like that, we're actually, we ain't afraid of falling and stuff like that, but at the same time like we'll keep the pinnacle of the top, because like we already went through the test of being at the low, to the point that like we're actually like will attain the greatest of the great. Greatest of the great, or the highest of the height, once we achieve that, and we'll appreciate it more, to the point that we will never fall again. You know, because just like just like with lifting weights and stuff like that, or just with exercise and stuff like that, once you start bench pressing a certain size, stuff like that, you go to certain levels and stuff like that, like then you get used to it, then you start lifting even more and stuff like that, or you start doing like more reps and everything like that. It start getting easier for you, to the point that like when you get so strong, them little reps and stuff like that, it ain't gonna make no difference and stuff like that. But at the same time, but the people that haven't went through none of that and just started like working out and everything like that, just beginning, like they novice and everything like that, like they the beginners, it's hard for them. But at the same time, since you went through that test, since you went through that ways of life, since you went through them experiences and stuff like that, it's easier for you. So you can go back down and actually like and help those and stuff like that that's actually beginners of the levels and stuff like that. So like that's why I said like you went through all that and stuff like that to help those that's in need, that actually going through them, and want to guide them through the what you've been through in order to get to the higher level, because you can go because you can go through the highest in the lows and stuff like that, because like once you get the higher, you can go to the lowest of the low, then you can rise back up even higher. Higher, which the pinnacle of which you should be. But the ones stuff like that haven't went through like that, like they only get to a certain level. They only get to a certain level and stuff like that because they ain't humble enough, like they haven't went through that many tests, like their heart is not pure enough, so they fall back down. That's why a whole lot of people can't get right in their life. No matter how much they good that they do, they still doing wrong. That's the reason why like the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, even in Romans chapter, I think 7, he even said and stuff like that, even if when I do right, I still do wrong. Because there's a whole lot of people like that's devils and stuff like that actually like no matter like how much knowledge that they get and stuff like that, they still gonna be evil. Because a whole lot of people still got that demonic seed within themselves, stuff like that, and they can't detach from that. They can't detach from the wickedness of of their past and stuff like that, you know. So because like they stuck in their ways, they stuck in that their lower self. They can't climb up the ladder and stuff like that, because like the higher that you go, the more righteous that you have to be, you know, because like the more because if you're trying to be at the top, stuff like that, you still wicked, you still don't want to follow God's laws, you're gonna fall. That's the reason why like this Roman Empire, Babylon and stuff like that, you know, that's around the world and stuff like that, like that's in that's with the false government in North America and stuff like that, or the wicked rulers that's in the seats, they falling, they infighting. The house divided won't stand. That's the reason why they gonna fall. In all their position, all their power gonna get snatched away from them, because they ain't following God's laws. But at the same time, they trying to be at the very top. It ain't gonna happen forever. Just like all these people like that's in that's people looking at them and worshiping and stuff like that, they ain't gonna be there forever. All their positions and stuff like that is gonna get crumbled down to mush, because like everything's like because everything is coming back into reality of how things supposed to be, and how everything is. You know, that's why you can't fake that's why like who you really is and stuff like that actually gonna get showed in the spotlight. What what actually is going on in the world and stuff like that, like is going to get in the spotlight. All of the illusions and stuff like that was actually built in this false reality and stuff like that for the past 240 some years, stuff like that is crumbling down. Everything is getting exposed. Everything is actually like being seen for what it actually is. Through this 2020, that's the reason why like it's the 2020 vision. You're gonna see everything clearly. You're gonna see things for actually what it is, stuff like that, because it's a whole lot of Saturn energy, like that's on the planet, stuff like that, to the point that like you actually see the reality, the structure of everything, stuff like that, for actually what it is, with this earth energy, because like everything gonna be like hard, but at the same time, like with the Aquarius and with the water and stuff like that, it actually gonna crumble like the bricks, stuff like that, in order to make something new. That's the reason why like in Matthew 24 and stuff like that, it said like not no rocks, stuff like that. No, the rocks is not gonna, ain't gonna be no rocks that's gonna be left unturned, because all this stuff gonna crumble down, and it's gonna build a better foundation of the earth. And that's what's actually happening, stuff like that. All of the people that's wicked and fake and stuff like that, they're gonna get exposed and stuff like that, and they're gonna be falling down, and they're gonna go even lower and lower. While like all of the spiritual beings are the ones that actually like been shunned, the ones that been pushed, been thrown on the bus and stuff like that. These the ones that were like they're gonna rise up even higher to the highest of the high, because we was at the lowest of the low, while the wicked and stuff like that was at the highest of the high, making it seem like they was righteous. So that's what's actually going on the earth, on the spiritual realm, but but that's what's actually going to go on and stuff like that within this new moon to full moon, with the new energy or the new vibration on the planet and stuff like that getting locked in, and as the moon fill up with the vibration of the new sun particles and stuff like that getting beamed to the moon, then on the earth, which is the triangular fashions and stuff like that, then actual like the tetrahedron, because like everything is on that's on the planet and stuff like that getting locked in like 4 quadrants and 7 and 8 and 9 quadrants or like that's on the planet and stuff like that, that's getting beamed to different modes of light. So all of this stuff is actually like it's upgrade with the sun, the earth, the moon, like, and that's why it was an eclipse on the 25th of December, because the actual moon has been one with the sun and on the earth, as it is in heaven. Everything has been one, so you can't fake who you actually are is going to get exposed. Who you actually are, so like they're going to be on the spotlight and stuff like that. So you can't be fake. You have to be real. Even if you're evil, you have to be real, because it's going to show, and people going to know. But a whole lot of people want to choose their sides, stuff like that, of what they actually want to be, because everybody ain't going to be right. Everybody is not righteous, and everybody is not wicked. It's going to be it's a grand separation that's happening, stuff like that, with this new moon to full moon, with this Capricorn energy and stuff like that, because like everything's getting back to reality and earth and stuff like that, and with the rebuilding of the earth, stuff like that, then the Aquarius energy and stuff like that, that's actually coming after that actually going to lift the particles from the earth, stuff like that, to expose everything. But life is good. That's why I want to speak about and stuff like that. But like anyway, like all this stuff, puzzle pieces, what I'm saying and stuff like that, because I can't talk for that long, because like if because I talk for days and stuff like that, but I don't want to do that, but because like the wisdom or like the actual essence or the knowledge, stuff like that, is infinite. It's forever. That's why you can't actually like look for, oh, I want to know this, I want to know everything, I want to know this, and searching, because you ain't gonna never find. You ain't gonna never find nothing that you want, and you never gonna be satisfied. That's the reason why like you have to be like children, because children and stuff like that, they come out the womb knowing, but at the same time they don't know nothing about this physical world, to the point that they haven't put on top of them layers of ego, layers of wanna be this, layers of wanna be that, layers of alter egos and stuff like that actually like corrupt them in their soul, they innocent and stuff like that, so they know everything, they nothing. That's the reason why the Most High is nothing, but at the same time that forces everything that's on the planet and beyond it. But like anyway, Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Ameen. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alameen. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. And Sirata Mustaqim. Sirata Adina Allah Alayhim. Make Zorling. Ameen. Allahu Akbar. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. And I want to read the verse from the Circle 7. This is the Holy Instructions from the Prophet, Misery, chapter 44. It's like this stuff is so deep that most people cannot. I ain't gonna even break it down. I'm gonna just let y'all like get it and stuff like that, and hopefully the information and the vibration and stuff like that from the way I'm speaking and stuff like that can get the DNA codes to you. It's this key 17. And the soundest health is less perceived than the lightest malady. So the highest joy touches us less deep than the smallest sorrow. We are in love with anguish. We often fly from pleasure. When we purchase it, cost it not more than it is worth. Reflection is the business of man. A sense of his state is his first duty. But who remembered himself a boy? Is it not in mercy? Then that sorrow is allotted to us. Man foresee the evil that is to come. He remember it when it is past. He consider not that the thought of affliction wounded deeper than the affliction itself. Think not of thy pain, but when it is upon thee, and thou shalt avoid what most hurt thee. He who weeps before he needed, weepeth more than he needed. And why? Because that he loved weeping? The stag weepeth not till the spirit is lifted against him, nor do the tears of the beaver fall till the hound is ready to seize him. You see? Man anticipated death by the apprehension of it, and the fear is greater misery than the event itself. Be always prepared to give an account of thy action, and the best death is that which is least premeditated. Take that for food for thought. And let that, like the old brother said, let that marinate, sizzle in your spirit. Let that marinate in your soul. Peace and love.